Hello and welcome everybody to the accepted reaction and breakdown of the latest trailer released for Netflix's upcoming series, The Witcher. If you can't judge by the tone of my voice, I am extremely excited, yet also a bit anxious about this new trailer. Excited because if there was any game series worthy of becoming a full-fledged TV series, it was The Witcher. And anxious because it is an extremely difficult thing to get right. What with all the monsters, humans, elves, and magic that lie in the world of Witcher. If you don't know anything about The Witcher, or if you are unfamiliar with the entire Witcher book series written by Andrzej Sapkowski, don't worry, I'll cover everything and more. But first, let's watch the entire trailer, and then I'll break down every bit of the trailer and all the detail that it hides.
I remember hearing stories about witches. Is it true what they say?
Elves are the original sorcerers of the continent. When humans and monsters arrived, elves taught the humans how to turn chaos into magic. And then the humans slaughtered them.
Chaos is the most dangerous thing in this world. But without control, chaos will kill you.
So that's all life is to you? Monsters and money?
It's all it needs to be.
Something out there waits for you.
This child will be extraordinary.
Yennefer, imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Do you have what it takes?
You've got her here. She's why they came. You can't outrun destiny just because you're terrified of it. It's coming. Fight Geralt of Rivia.
I can't do this without you!
No matter what you choose, you'll come out bloody.
Wow. Okay, so if I was anxious at first, I am delighted now, more than ever before. This is the Witcher TV series that we all have been waiting for our entire lives. But first thing first, for all the newcomers who are unfamiliar with who or what witches are, well, in short, witches are children chosen by fate to become superhuman monster slayers. They undergo extremely dangerous training, which only 1 out of 10 survive. But those who do survive become these unstoppable killing machines who are incapable of feeling any emotions, but in return can use magic and inhumane powers. Now this Witcher Netflix series is based upon Andrzej Sapkowski's 6 books published back in 1993. The name of the books are The Last Wish, Sword of Destiny, Blood of Elves, Baptism of Fire, The Tower of Swallows, and Lady of the Lake. Judging by the events seen in the trailer, we can safely say that the TV series will be based on the first 2 or 3 books and should mostly deal with the origin of Ciri, how she and the main protagonist Geralt are related, and many other events that happened before the first Witcher game. You might be wondering, how do I know this? Well, let's look at all the clues hidden in the trailer, shall we? But before we start, a quick note. There will be slight spoilers as I shall be discussing the many events that take place or shall take place in the TV series. So if that bothers you, bail out now. But for everybody else, let's begin. First off, let's get this out of the way. Henry Cavill looks amazing as Geralt of Rivia, and without a doubt, nailed the look of the white-haired Witcher perfectly. But I have seen people on YouTube and other forums complaining about the medallion and how it is not the same as the one shown in the video games. Now these people obviously know nothing about the book series. So to clarify without spoiling anything, the medallion shown in the trailer is the one Geralt received when he first became a Witcher. And the medallion seen in the video games is the one he got after certain events in the books. So don't worry, Henry Cavill's Geralt looks exactly how he should.
Elves are the original sorcerers of the continent. When humans and monsters arrived, elves taught the humans how to turn chaos into magic. And then the humans slaughtered them.
This scene with the elves is based on the events of the second book, where Ciri first meets with Geralt in the homeland of Scoia'tael. I can't talk in detail about this event as it would go into spoilers, but know this, it is an extremely important part in Geralt and Ciri's relationship. This figure Jennifer has been a central part of the entire trailer, and it also lines up with the source material from the third book, as she was shrunk into an amulet for the safety by Philippa Eilhart. And the trailer made sure to deliberately conceal her features. I'm unsure of the reason why they chose this, but hopefully we will see and know more about this in the upcoming future. The scene shows the Isle of Thanet, which is the home of the Conclave of Mages. This is an extremely important part in the books, as this is the base of all the magic users in the entire world of Witcher. It has a school called Artusa for the training of new sorcerers, a palace for various gatherings, and a magical tower which could only be opened up by the Elder Blood. It has an extremely important place in the books, as it kick-started many important events of the Witcher world, including the infamous witch hunt that led to the death and destruction of all the magic users of the world. Now this is pure speculation on my behalf, as none of the faces of the people are clearly visible, and the room itself is pretty barren. But if I'm not wrong, this appears to be the Conclave of Mages, which included the 12 strongest mages of the world, including their leader and the main antagonist of the series, Wilgefortz, who played a central role in the entire story. He was an extremely strong and dangerous mage who once single-handedly beat Geralt into a bloody pulp, breaking every single bone of his body. This, combined with his sharp mind, made Wilgefortz an extremely dangerous person who destroyed everything that stood in his path. In various scenes in the trailer, Geralt is seen preparing and fighting a monster in a rundown castle. This amazing battle happened in Striga's crypt, where Geralt fought King Foltest's daughter, who had turned into a Striga. You might remember this fight in the original opening cinematic of the first Witcher video game. Mousetak returns. For all of you people who don't know, Mousetak is an extremely important figure in the Witcher lore, as he and Geralt managed to lift the curse of Emhyr von Emrys, which in turn led to the eventual marriage of Pavetta and Emhyr and the birth of Ciri. Mousetak also appeared in the Witcher video games, but never really got enough screen time to flesh out his character. But here it seems he's finally getting his due attention. For all the people who are unfamiliar with the Witcher books, this might come as a surprise, but Ciri actually does travel to other worlds, and she did this often in the Witcher books. This includes getting trapped in a desert world where she saves a magical unicorn, which in return saves her life. This might sound crazy, but it is one of the most important parts in Ciri's character arc, and one that led to her becoming the Ciri we all know and love. This is the first Northern War fought between Nilfgaard and the combined North, which eventually led to the formation of the Northern Alliance. But more importantly, during this war, Cintra, the homeland of Ciri, is destroyed. Perhaps the most brutal event in the Witcher books is the massacre of Cintra, when the Nilfgaardians launched a surprise attack on the city, killing its queen and forcing Ciri to run away. This was the major event in the second book, which led to Geralt and Ciri being reunited and continuing on as a family. There's a lot of things about this event that I would like to talk about, but they will spoil the overall fun and excitement of the show. So instead, I want all of you to see and experience these events by yourself. What can you remember about this scene?
You can't outrun destiny just because you're terrified of it.
For many, this is Ciri showing off the power of the Elder Blood that flows through her veins, right? Wrong. The woman in the center is the mother of Ciri, Pavetta, who also had the Elder Blood inside of her. The most important features of this scene is the presence of Geralt, Mousetak, and this curly-haired animal in the center who appears again in this fight scene in the very same throne room. This is the event from the first book that had Geralt lifting the curse from Emhyr von Emrys, as well as saving Pavetta and Queen Calanthe's life when Pavetta accidentally unleashed her power. This is also the part where Geralt and Ciri's fate were sealed forever. What and how did it happen? Well, I won't spoil anything. You'll have to see it for yourself. To sum it up, the Witcher Netflix series is aiming to deliver something extraordinary. What this trailer has showed us is that they are going to follow the source material 100%, something that many other series fail to do so. They're taking a much more mature approach in storytelling, and despite us not seeing any real combat, judging by what we have been shown, it is going to be bloody and amazing. If you're a fan of the Witcher game series, or you adore fantasy in any way, you owe it to yourself to pick up the Witcher TV series when it launches. This definitely has the potential to fill the void in our hearts left by Game of Thrones. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share and subscribe for more content in the future. And I'll see you soon.